You leave the country for 2 weeks and there are so many new things that are on the market, and I just want to dig into some of the new makeup and see how I feel about this. I have the new Blend Bunny release, their collab with Jordan Liberty, which is like a collab brand. I have some new eyeshadows from Urban Decay as well. I have the new Tirtir foundation and concealer. Plus I want to talk a little bit about this hair and body spray by Phlur that I got in PR, because I have some thoughts. Honestly, maybe we'll start with that. Let's start. If you see my extensions, no you don't. I am too warm. I needed to put my hair up and I was still wanting to be glam. This is the eternal struggle. Wanting to be glam, but being lazy. Lazy usually wins for me. You know, I'm fighting for my life over here. This one was sent to me from Phlur, and you know I've been really enjoying the body scents that Phlur have been coming out with this year. Vanilla Smoke is such a good one. Absolutely love it. It's so different and smoky. If you don't love smoky, you won't like it. I also love, what is it called? Heavy Milk? Heavy Cream? Heavy Cream. I have it over here. I see it, but I don't see the text of it. Beautiful. This one, they release some summer ones as well. They're pretty nice. They're very summery. This one is called Vanilla Nectar. This is extremely sweet. And this one is giving me more like leaning Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret. It's like fruit candy with a little bit of a floral undertone. And that's not, I say as I'm like spraying, but it's not bad, but it's not my favorite. But if you don't like the same fragrances as me, you might really enjoy this one. So I still wanted to talk about it. I've been trying it out for a couple of days and it's fine. It's nice, but it's a little bit too sweet, like candy, to be a favorite for me. But if you love those kind of scents, maybe you'll love it. But I'm just saying, if you like the same kind of scents as me, you probably won't love that one. I bought the Tirtir foundation. This is the Mask Fit Red foundation. It says Luminous Glide and Hide. That is such a great name. Such a great name. I bought this one myself. I did get PR from Tirtir last year. I have no idea. Listen, they are internet sleuths, okay? I don't know how they got my address, but they sent me a PR package and it contained like 8 shades that were all too light for me. So this time I bought a shade myself, and out of recommendation from my friend Heather Austin, she was like, you know what, whatever shade you think you are, go up a couple of shades. So I ended up getting 27N, which is Camel. And I do think this might be a good shade. I don't know if you can see, but my face is definitely lighter than what my body is. I haven't tried this one. I also got the concealer. This one I got in 6N. And let's see what we think about this one. Okay, this might be a really, really good shade. I say as I throw it on the floor. The foundation from Tirtir, I really, really did enjoy. I tried the cushion foundation, the one that was supposed to be like long wearing and a little bit of matte. Absolutely wonderful. It just too light. It was even too light for me in the winter time, and I didn't I haven't done Sandless Tanner in a hot minute during 2025. So I'm really excited about like this time picking out my own shade. And this concealer, it's one of those that is a stick and a liquid, and I kind of want to be like, where am I supposed to be using this? The dual concealer consisting of 2 types of stick and liquid provides a dense, high coverage and makes skin look smooth and neat throughout. Thin adherence without clumping. Neat through thin. Oh my god, I can't read. After applying an appropriate amount, okay, on areas that need coverage, gently tap to even out the boundary. Stick concealer corrects wide areas and makeup lines. Liquid concealer narrow areas and blemishes. Oh, one would think it would be the opposite, because I like using these kind of concealers for blemishes. I have a little bit here, so I am probably going to be using a stick concealer on my face and the liquid under my eyes. I zoomed in a little bit so we can actually see something. You know what, that might be, you can see here, this is the shade of my body and the shade of my face. I love reading with a hat on. You can clearly see that. And I'm not using a primer. This is really golden in undertone, because when I try out a foundation for the first time, and this is a first impression, I don't like using a primer because I want to see like, what will this foundation give me without any primer basically. But before I come back, I always come back like a month later or something, and I do like updated reviews of all the makeup I've been trying out, and by then I will have tried it with different kinds of primers, different kinds of powders, different kinds of techniques to find out which way I think the foundation works the best, basically. This was a neutral, and I feel like it's very yellow for being a neutral, which, I mean, that works for where I'm at right now with my skin, but I feel like, was this not very yellow for being a neutral? I like the consistency of it. It has a really nice gel-like consistency. I would say I think that this is maybe a little bit too Marge Simpson for my undertone. You can tell it's like it's too yellow, which is very interesting because that is normally never my problem. You can see with my ears. My ears are also a little red. I am Marge Simpson. I am becoming one with Marge Simpson.
Shut up, Becky!
27N. Isn't that neutral? I'm so confused. I need to go and look at the shade. Okay, so I went into the website and it just says 27N and it's under the medium category, but this is not a neutral. I think we can all, like, we got eyes. We can see what's going on. Let me see if we can do, I don't know what I'm doing. Famous last words. Okay, this concealer is pretty much the same color as the foundation, which is, I'm just gonna use a little bit where I want a little bit more coverage, but they seem to be the same shade, which I don't know if they're supposed to be the same shade, but I just want a little bit more coverage where I have a little breakout. Did that help? Not sure. I'm just so thrown up with this like foundation shade. Wild. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. I don't hate how the foundation looks otherwise, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm almost like, should I be using a peach powder just to like neutralize this a little bit? I might actually. Concealer looks really nice. That's a nice concealer. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. This is in Peach Pie, I think. Yes, Peach Pie. Let me see if I can. That actually does help a little bit. Let me see if I can like set the face with this. Does this help? I kind of want to dump out. I know this has like that net thing, which I don't like love, but let me see if I can. Hello? Oh. That escalated very quickly. Oh my god. Mistakes were made. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me see. Whoop. There is now powder everywhere. Everything is getting peach. Holy bananas. You know, sometimes I'm sitting here and you're seeing this like somewhat clean background. Things are looking like, listen, she's an organized lady. She's got her shit together. But then what I see? Absolute mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Just cannot even describe it. And now also covered in peach powder. Send help. Okay, I think I did my brows. I think you can tell. I think I managed to... At least I'm like in the ballpark. Like we're in the same universe. Before, that was alternate universe. My face was in one universe and my body was in another one. They were not matching. I'm gonna do I have a bronzer here? I've started doing like a little box next to me with like things that I use that I'm not reviewing at the time. And I had a bronzer here and it's the Infallible 24 Hour from L'Oreal. I think I'm gonna use this one. Is this even gonna be a bronzer on me right now? I think I'm gonna use this one because I just want to do a little bit and I also don't want to do something that's too golden. Because again, we need we need to stay in this universe. I also feel like my face ended up being almost like a little bit with all that powder and that foundation together. It feels, oh my god, am I in the same? I feel like I'm somewhat. I feel like my face ended up being like I kind of want to do what my friend was recommending. She was doing this one, the One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. She was using that one to melt the powders together. And then she has oily skin like me. She would do the mattifying on top of it. So I kind of want to try and do that because I do have the new sunscreen one here. And it does say on, because I was like, is this like a final step or is this like just something to spray on before? But it does say now with broad spectrum SPF 28, sunscreen is the final step in your makeup routine. So it does say to finish up your makeup with that. So I'm going to use a little bit of this one and then we're going to try the new Blend Bunny release. Okay. I just need this to, it already actually feels better. I just need this, like I said, to sink in a little bit. Yeah, I already feel like that actually helped so much because it felt heavy and it looked heavy and I feel like that did something. Sir? Someone's banging on metal over here. Okay. I have the big palettes from Blend Bunny here. This is the Blend Bunny and Masterclass brand that they did together with Jordan Liberty. Jordan Liberty is a very famous makeup artist. He's an incredibly talented, this one is so heavy, I can't hold this one up. So I am not going to do like swatches of all of these, but this is what the palette looks like. I mean, it is incredibly big. There is so many shades. And there's also a shimmery one. So I'm not 100% sure. This one is called Pro Luster Palette. And it has 4 shimmery shadows. These are insane. Like the way that these look. And they're also kind of dark. And I'm very excited to try them out. I did put this one on because I kind of want to do... Oh my god, this is so heavy. I kind of want to do a little bit of a pink, which is unlike me. But I was thinking maybe this one... and then this one on top. I want to keep it a little neutral because it goes with this top. And then we'll layer one of the shimmer ones on top. Oh my god, where am I putting this? This is big though, I will say. And I am nowhere near the talent that Jordan Liberty has back when I was a makeup artist. I'm going to use a brush from Singe. This is the F06. No, I'm not because I did get some brushes sent to me. These are the brushes from the same line as well. I have 3 of them here. I think I'm going to do this one. I will say, one of the things that immediately I don't love with this, but some people might, is that the handles are very short. I love a long handle because I want to be able to hold very far out on the handle. But if you like a shorter handle, you might like these. This one is this is the Blush Light. This is very heavy. And back when I was a makeup artist, I probably would not, so this is safe word, I probably would not have lugged around something like this as a makeup artist. The quality, I'm sure, is great. I can already tell this is buildable, blendable, and there's almost like, it's matte, but like there's something less than my Singe blushes, but there is something in here. Okay, I'm really enjoying that. But I think for me, if I was at a salon or if I had like my own place where people would come and do their makeup, this would be great because you would have all the shades. But the way that I used to do makeup is that I would pack my kit and I would show up at different sets. And there is just no way that I would have like dragged something like this around. But I do think that this is magnetic though, which means that you can technically pick out the shades that you want for a day, which makes it a lot easier to deal with. If you have like a magnetic tool, I'm pretty sure you can pick them up. Okay, you should see there's a little bit of a sheen on that. Not bad. So now I'm doing Afterglow, which is the one that had a little sheen to it. And we're putting even more on top. I just want to see where we are before we put on the shimmer. Oh, this is definitely a little bit more sheeny, but still like this is more of a satin blush, I would say, at least with this brush, because this brush is kind of flimsy. But I mean, that looks really, really beautiful. Okay, I'm really actually enjoying that. I think that that looks really beautiful. I just really, 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 really want to... I really want to try that shimmer formula because it looks so wild. I'm going to use the small one. This one is called Camouflage. I think this is supposed to be a concealer brush, but I am going to use it with Heartbreaker, which is the pink one here, because I like something that is more dense with shimmery formulas because you can really work it into the skin. This definitely has more, you can see this, no visible sparkle, just a nice satiny glow. This is definitely more a wham bam formula, and you can also see there is color to it. There is base color to it. So this is more like a glowy, very sparkly blush, not necessarily a highlighter, because it definitely has a base color. Okay, good to know. Now we know this isn't a highlighter. This is more of a very sparkly blush, but I don't mind that. I've been really enjoying putting blush like close to my outer corner on my eyes. I don't know when I started getting into that, but I've been really enjoying that technique. It's giving me like Marie Antoinette, but make it today. This is more like visible sparkle than what I normally do in my blushes. But I have been kind of into pink cheeks lately, which is very unlike me, okay? Very unlike me. I do have, okay, hear me out. I do have the new Colourpop Hydra Pops, but those are a stain. So I'm thinking maybe I'll save those. And instead, I have the lip oils. I kind of want to do this sparkly one. This one is called Hybrid, which is like almost, you can see it's like a purple. A smoky purple with like almost like a purple going to, it's like a multichrome shimmer in there. There is a purple going to purple going to purple. Wow. Purple going to blue going to like almost like a tealy green. So I think I'm going to do that. I also have Throwback, which is a milky nude. And then I have this one like a jelly. You see the jelly pink? This one is Beso. I think that's a kiss in Spanish, right? Not totally. Off. I know people were saying that like you shouldn't have a doe foot on a makeup artist brand. I will say there's nothing wrong with having a doe foot on a makeup artist brand. You just can't use the doe foot on whoever you're doing your makeup on. You usually do the doe foot and you put the makeup on a makeup palette and then you bring from there. This doesn't smell like anything, which is also really good for a makeup artist brand. Let me see. What kind of a lip liner do I want to do? Do I want to do like, I want to do something really light. I like sometimes it's so hard to find like a light lip liner. I think I'm gonna do, no, this one is too dark to hold. This one is Deep Taupe. It's not as light as I was thinking. I think this will do. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Let me go in with the lip oil. I'm gonna use it on my lips because I'm not doing makeup on anyone else. Nowadays, only me. That's very shimmery. I don't know what's wrong with me. Nothing. You know what's wrong with me? Nothing. I just like change. You know, some people are like, oh, I don't like change. I actually love change. And it's something that I talk about with my friends a lot. That most people don't love change, but I love change. That also applies to my preferences or my style. It keeps changing all the time. I used to hate neutrals. Now I'm into neutrals too. I used to love pink cheeks and then I hated pink cheeks and now I'm back into pink cheeks. I used to really not like sparkly lips and now all of a sudden I'm like, sparkly lips. That's the fun thing. Never be above change. It is okay to change your mind. It is okay to like something and then not like something. It is okay to reevaluate and realize that life is short and it is okay to change your mind. That looks so good. It's like a cool toned smoky purple with that like blue sheen. I think this is the most fun shade. Very impressed with that one. I have a bunch of, I've been sent, okay. let me rephrase this. I have been sent quite a few eye products from Urban Decay. I should do it like this. I have all the crayons here, and I also have, oh my god, let me hold up a couple. I have the liquid eyeshadows as well. And I was thinking maybe we can do something with this. I want to do something that's like a little like sparkly ethereal. Do I want to do the cool tone? Oh my god, who am I? This one is shimmery. Do I have one that's not shimmery, or all the dark ones shimmery? Oh, this one is not shimmery. You know what? I'll do this one. It's like a slightly warm matte brown. Let me see if I have a brush that doesn't have too much product on it. Listen, don't hold your breath. This one seems clean asterisk, like the clean-ish. So this is what I'm thinking. I also have, oh my gosh, I am so all over the place. Do you love when YouTubers come on and they're just sitting down being professional, you know, they know what they're doing? Or do you like the chaos? I gotta say, I don't hate the chaos. I kind of enjoy the chaos. I also have the eyeshadow crayons by Path Magic. I wonder if this is the one, because they have one that is supposedly a blue one. How do I get this open? And I was thinking maybe the brown and the blue, and then we'll layer a shimmer shadow on top. I do have this one that's a little blue, but I also have this one that's like a little pinky. And then we have the one, this one, that's like a pink gold duochrome. I thought maybe like that one could be cool. Let me see if this is indeed the blue one. Oh yeah, this is the blue one. And this one has sparkle. Look at that color. Wait, we have to. We have to. Okay, so I'm gonna use the two crayons. So I'm gonna start with this one. And I'm not using any eye primer today. We're gonna be using the crayons. And I'm doing that on the outer half. And this is just an EO4, which is like very dense and it's like pinched, which makes it really easy to blend with. And it does dry down a little bit, which honestly is perfect. That is way better than I anticipated. I don't know what I was anticipating, but it sure as heck wasn't that. Urban Decay. Wait, I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, why have I not been using these? I should have traveled with these. That's stunning. Look at that. I am fighting for my life to find a clean brush. Is this clean? This is clean. Oh, this brush is so old. This is a Refer prototype that they sent to me as they were launching the brand. So that is an old one. So let me do the blue. Like, this looks great. I think this looks great. Let me do the blue. And let's run that. Oh my gosh. These brands, I always thought like eyeshadow crayons were like boring, but I feel like I'm eating my words. I love that. And then we'll put some of the liquid shadow in between. I feel like that's gonna be amazing. Wait. Again, I feel like I'm eating my word. Absolutely blown away. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit of the liquid shadow. I feel like that could be really cool. And I'm thinking I kind of want to do the one that is the pink, because I want to see how this one... It's like a little nub. I don't know what I thought I was going to get, but... it's so small. Well, that's what she said. But I was thinking, this applicator is something. I don't know how I feel about this. The jury is still out. But I do feel like that is bringing something. Okay, how am I supposed to? I don't understand. Okay, sure. Initial impression, I like the crayons more than I like the liquid shadow, but I do think it looks pretty cool together. Oh, we can do prance. Oh my, that too much excitement. Everybody need to calm down. I have like 3 or 4 different prances. This one is a little broken, but that's fine. Go back, get back there. This is great. Okay, this one isn't that much left. That's why it's like hanging on for dear life. Okay, is this an old one? Should I be getting rid of this one? Maybe, because this is the new one, right? You know what? Let's not give ourselves a pink eye. Let's use the new one. That is... I mean, this look was made for prance, okay? Let's agree on that. This look was absolutely made for prance. I think I only have one product left, which is... here it is. I have mascara. This is from Half Magic. I have a mascara. It's in burgundy, in brown, and urchin, if I could read. And I think this is the black one. Packaging is kind of interesting. You can see this one is a clear packaging, as you can see through. So you're going to be able to see when you're running out of mascara. That's interesting. It's an interesting applicator. Ooh, I should do the setting spray first. Ooh, this one has like the plastic on. How do I get into that? Oh my god, watch me like stab myself. This one I did get sent in PR, and the Half Magic too. Which one? The Tirtir I bought myself, and all the other things I got in PR. I will always link all the things in the description box, and also they'll pop up in YouTube shopping, and I'll also always put down below whether or not I got them in PR or not. This one has like a cloak. Did I just hit myself with the SPF? Let's not talk about that. So this one has like an open and a closure. Okay. Okay. It kind of smells the same. Feels the same. That's what I have right now. I have nothing else than that. I guess time will tell. Let me see if we can do a little bit of this. I do love how the brush looks. I love a plastic bristle brush that is like a little bit on the smaller side. I'm gonna curl my lashes and we'll see what we can do with this one. You know what I was thinking about that big blush palette? I mean, I think the formula, out of the things that I tried, I think that one is my favorite from like the collection that they've done so far. The blush formula. But what I will say, I think the palette, I mean, it's too big and it is magnetic, but I would love if they would sell empty magnetic like palettes where you can move some of your Blend Bunny and make like a little duo or a little trio or something. Since they now have so many magnetic components, I would love if Blend Bunny would have where you can lift out and you can buy your own little duo and just make a duo for traveling. That would be so amazing. That like fit 2 or 3 pans. And also that would be like helpful if you are a makeup artist and you're getting your kit together for the day. If you don't want to travel with a big palette, because again, I probably wouldn't. But that is something that I would appreciate. Being able to make my own little duo of the blushes, because I am much more likely to move blushes around and make my own little duo than I am to move single shadows around, because I never rearrange or move single shadows in palettes. And when I say never, I don't mean never, I just mean so rarely that it kind of counts as never. This mascara wand is really nice. It's really like gripping onto the lash, and you can see it's like gripping and elongating and curling, and I am actually very impressed with how that looks. I love a mascara that's lifting and curling, and I feel like this one really is that. I actually really like how that one looks. Let me get a second layer on that one too. I will do a half flash anyways, because that makes me happy. But I gotta say, the mascara formula is almost like a little gel-like. And it's not dry, but it's also not wet. It is almost like gel-like. But I like that. It's very impressive. I don't know if a brush really helped this hair, but here we are. I really do like this look. I think that this is giving the kind of like effortless color. Like there was a little bit of crayons involved. It's not super bright. It's not super bold in your face, but there is some pink, there is some blue. There's definitely something there. It's not just neutrals, but still it's kind of subtle. It's a little bit more ethereal. It's a little bit more subtle. Is this a subtle makeup look? I don't know about that. I'm really enjoying that I did go so in with the blush, the pink blush, together with the softer eyes. I'm kind of enjoying it. This is not like out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't say that, but it is a different kind of look for me. It's definitely not the kind of look I always do. What is my favorite? Okay, so I think my favorite thing that I've used today is the blue eye crayon. Honestly, the eye crayons, both of them, really enjoyed them. I also really enjoyed the blush formula in the big palette, but I wish, again, that I wish that maybe something like this, I could, of course, change them myself now that I'm thinking of it. Because these are magnetic, right? Maybe, because I don't want to have a big palette like that. I would never, a duo would be perfect. Something that is half of this. Like a duo, that as an empty palette, I would get that. That would be amazing. Also, the mascara, I mean, I'm wearing lashes now, but the mascara was great. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this makeup look? Have you tried any of these products? I will say, Tirtir, me and Tirtir are in an open beef where I just simply cannot seem to get a shade that doesn't make me look crazy, absolutely bonkers. But you know, third time might be the charm. I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I will have more videos coming soon, and I will see you in those.